I'm going to play this audio for you that's about a minute and 19 seconds long, and I want you to listen very, very closely when it gets to a certain part of the commentary.
That he did on October 26, 2017. So in other words, Rosenstein, guess what? Lied to Congress about a material matter. When's he being charged?
I don't know. I'd love to see it.
Standards here. That's my argument.
No. I do believe that certain people are treated differently in the federal justice system. I do absolutely believe that. But I also believe that your friendship and relationship and history with Donald Trump weighed more heavily than him just wanting to make sure that justice was done by a person in the justice system, that you were treated so unfairly. There are thousands of people treated unfairly daily. How your number just happened to come up in the lottery, I'm guessing it was more than just luck, Roger, right?
I'm really sure I'm arguing with this Negro.
I'm sorry, what was that? Roger? Roger? I'm sorry, what did you say? I'm sorry, you're arguing with whom? I thought we were having just a very spirited conversation. What happened?
Okay, so you heard that right there, that exchange between Roger Stone and this radio host by the name of Mo Kelly. Now, I heard it, and I know by the time this video gets uploaded, y'all will have already heard about it, and y'all probably just waiting to see what I was going to say about it. Y'all know I was going to talk about this. But I got tagged in this on Twitter by one of my followers. Now, this is actually only a minute and 19 seconds of about a almost hour long segment. Now, I don't know what was discussed before this or what was discussed after it, but people are honing in on this part right here in particular, because this is the part that really sticks out like a sore thumb. In case y'all did not make out what Roger Stone said to Mo Kelly when Mo Kelly pretty much had him up against the ropes, and this is the only thing he could come up with because Roger Stone couldn't come back with anything. He said under his breath, but you could hear it, "I don't feel like arguing with this Negro." That's what he said. Like, you can play it back as many times as you want. It's not going to change. That's what he said. Now, of course, you have palm-colored 45 supporters and the co-colonizing cohorts, meaning those of like Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum and Terrence K. Williams, and all of them going to come out the bat and try to defend and say that's not what he said. But the other one that I saw is, well, Negro's not really a racial slur because, you know, the United Negro College Fund. I kid you not. I saw that so many times in so many threads involving this. Like, y'all are reaching really hard for this one. Y'all are grasping for more than just straws when you say that. When they say the United Negro College Fund, it's using a whole different context than the way Roger Stone used it in this instance when he said, "I don't feel like arguing with this Negro." If he could have let the other words slip out, he would have, which also lets me know Roger Stone probably has said that before. And I think when I was reading through the threads, I think Roger Stone has used that word Negro in the same kind of context as he just used it here before in the past. But no one really called him out on it. And I don't know if it's because no one heard it and it was just hearsay, but now we actually have audio of him actually saying this to another black man on his platform. By the way, Roger Stone was a guest on his platform, not the other way around. And even if it was, he still said it. Let's not forget, up until like last week or a couple weeks ago, Roger Stone was in jail for committing federal level crimes. And of course, he ended up getting pardoned by 45. And what, a few days, not even a week later, this is what ends up happening. This guy should still be in jail. And before I go any further, doesn't he look like Bob Barker? I've always said Roger Stone looks like Bob Barker. But of course, Bob Barker has way more character and way more entertaining than a Roger Stone could ever be. Just had to put that out there. But he said that. He said it. It came out of his mouth. I don't care how anybody tries to flip it. Now, here's the interesting thing. People were so gung-ho on coming down on Nick Cannon, no matter how you may feel about him in the moment right now, for what he said. What he said was not even remotely as bad as what Roger Stone just said in just that little small piece right there. Not once did Nick Cannon say, I don't feel like arguing or talking about these, you know who. Or, you know, F them and their plight or whatever. Who cares? I'm all, you know, let me just focus on what's going on over here. He didn't say any of that. He was just putting out facts. Of course, people are mad because he backpedaled on it and kind of doubled down on it. But it is what it is. It's out there now. Is what can you do? But they'll be so quick to say, oh, that was anti-Semitism and it was anti-this and anti-that. What about what Roger Stone just said? Oh, but they got to make excuses for it. Like I said, the boatload of excuses that they made or are making right now for this guy to try to make it seem like what he said wasn't exactly what he said, but it really was. Their code, while it's a strong one, it is wrapped in wickedness. But like I said, they have to make themselves or put themselves in a position where they are the only ones that feel oppressed and no one else has a plight. Only them. But I heard it. I know you heard it. I know my ears are not defective. Mo Kelly even heard it. That's why he tried to bring him back. See, I think Roger Stone probably thought that his mic might have been muted. He probably didn't even realize that Mo Kelly could hear him. That's why when he confronted him about what he said, it got dead quiet. He probably was like, oh shit, he heard me. Yeah, he heard you. And guess what? So did everybody else who's listened to this heard you too. But it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me. And it pretty much also backs up what people have been saying about 45 as well. And all the people that hang around him. Now I would like to know what those them co-colonizing cohorts. And for those of you who don't know what I mean when I say that, I'm talking about the coons and sambos. That's what I choose to call them without having to say that those other words. I would like to know what they're going to try to do. I mean, they probably already started, to try to, go and try to defend this because, they hate themselves or they need to make sure that their bag is secured no matter what. We already hip to their game. And it's pathetic. All I'm saying is this. When Massa is done with them, don't even think about bringing your rotten ass back over. Because we're gonna shut the door in your face too. As a matter of fact, the door is already closed, locked tight, sealed. You can't get in.